Welcome to Mechanicy Stove. Today's adventure is we're going to refit Fiona's. It's basically an engine mount come timing cover. It's got a little springy thing on there. We're going to try, not put a gasket on it. It did have a paper gasket on it, but I'm not really convinced about the oil seal. This was the old oil seal, and it had a Cork gasket inside it that's just, it's 100 years old, it's knackered, it's perished. So what I've done, I've used, this is a Rover axle end oil seal, and I'm hoping it's going to work, but I'm not 100% convinced. So I'm just going to stick this on with RTV silicone, something that I'm not really keen on, but it's handy if you've got to separate things. I'm going to keep this because if I can find a really big thick O-ring that will sit in that, I think that will be a lot better. Anyway, here we go. Let's see if you can see this. The only reason I'm not so happy about this stuff, I once used it on a Land Rover petrol tank years ago, and it bloody melted. Now whether it was like it is now, I don't know whether they've changed it or put something in it, that's different. It'd be interesting to see. I mean, if it works, proper gaskets will be made, and we'll use it again. I normally use Hylamar, Hematite, whatever it's called now, which that's just a gasket paste, but it seems to work all right. Not affiliated to them or anything. I don't think there's another different brand. For God's sake, don't use household silicone, like what you put around your bath, because I don't think it's oil resistant. It might be, I don't know. I have used it at a pinch in the past on rocker box cover gaskets, but it just seems to bloody go everywhere. It's probably more likely to piss out the bottom, isn't it, than anywhere. So, right, we'll give that a go. This is the first piece that goes on, and it goes on like that. There's a woodruff key on there somewhere, and it sits against the cam. Then the cover goes on. Oh no, I'm fibbing. Does it? That goes on. I think that goes on next. That goes in there. Oh, it doesn't. No, I'm fibbing. I can't remember how this goes together. That must go like that, but that cover's got to go on first, isn't it? Well, that don't make bloody sense. What goes against that? That goes against that, like that, and that goes up against that, and that comes through. So you're going to have to just give us a minute, let me have a fiddle with this. I've forgotten. That's me again. I've sorted it out now. I've got a bit mixed up myself. The oil seal's not for this end. It basically works like that. It's an oil thrower. It's got little holes in it. That goes on the end of the crank like that. The cover goes on. See if I can get it to something that's like that. There we go. There's it buggery. Goes down like that. That's it. Right. So one, that's it, and the bell's inside. Lovely. We'll get this bolted on. I've got to open up some bolts in here. It is actually part of the, this is where the engine actually mounts onto the chassis. Quite an unusual idea. Get these two bigger ones on first, and then start bobbing the little tessellated ones on. I'd say it's a bit of a suck it and see job really. So that's why we're sticking it on with RTV. Excuse me. And then I think we'll bob her in the chassis in the next vid. Where are we? Down here. Getting closer. Only drawback is I've got to roll Fiona off the ramps and just repair that little Arcadian for a friend of mine. Ready for his MOT. Something nothing, it's just a plastic grill. I might do a video on it actually. It's a bit of plastic welding. Well, not so much welding, it's a plastic crack repair with hot. It's a gun that you basically put wires in, they heat up, and you can bridge the cracks in plastic. I love it, works quite well. It's not the prettiest of repairs, but quite strong. I shall see if there's the little 1/2 inch spinner on her. I think it's in the... No, I can't see it, so I'll use a spanner. You don't believe it, would you? I thought they were 1/2 inch. And the 12s. Some weird sizes on this. Let's see if I can find a 12. And shit pit. No, it's 1/2 inch. I am going to have to tidy up, aren't I? I can't... can you carry on like this? Trouble is, you start doing something, and I get waylaid and I get onto something else and never seem to get a chance to tidy up. You know, you'll spend a whole Sunday, all good intentions, get everything tidy. By 2 days, it's a shit tip again. Discipline is probably what it is. Lacking. So this is when I was at school. I lacked discipline. Right, that's easy, isn't it? That one. Now these drawn up so the silicone makes its joint. Get back down a minute. Knacking these in. You believe it, I washed all these in blooming petrol. They're still covered in sheep shit. You know, actually, I've got a tumbler somewhere. I'll probably stick them in that. I'm not going silly billy tight, obviously, because it's that funny silicone jointing compound. What we'll do is we'll draw them up, and then we'll give when it's actually gone off, we'll give it a little nip up. There we go. That's now so bad. Tell you something we've got to do as well. I've just thought about. Got to make a cranking handle as well, because we don't have one. Right. That's that. That, I think. I'm going to go on there, does it, by any bloody chance? Like that. I wonder. I bet it does. I'm going to try it anyway. I'm going to stick that Range Rover oil seal on there, and I'm going to stick it on. Like I said, if it pisses oil out, right, that's the outside. A little tap tap tap. That actually makes sense, doesn't it, when you think about it? There you go. Right, I don't have a tool to tighten this. And I'm not going to put a bloody chisel on it. I'm just wondering, does it tighten as and when you crank it? I mean, there's a hole in it. We could put a larger screwdriver through it and just give it a little nip. Maybe it doesn't have to be super tight. I don't know. So it's all a learning curve, isn't it? Every day is a bloody school day. There's one there. Oh dear, that's what I've used. There we go. Obviously it's turning over because there's no slim bed on it. So oh, that's alright. Yeah, I bet that's going to work bloody alright. Happy with that? Right. If you want to see the engine put in, press the subscribe button, costs nothing. Press a like if you want, share with your friends. Cheers, bye for now.